Now, Good Morning Northwest and Airway Heights apartment complex evacuated. The bomb squad called in. What we've learned about a device found and why police were at the apartment to begin with.
Some tricky weather coming our way. A winter weather advisory in effect till 1 o'clock. Elsewhere, longer. We'll explain what we'll see and when coming up.
And a new day brings new revelations in the terror attack in New Orleans. What police are releasing this morning about their investigation into the man behind the deadly planned attack. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Friday, January 3rd. Let's check in with Mark in our first alert forecast. And you have some important messages to pass along.
We are awaiting the rain that is to the south of us coming in. I'll show you in a minute. But, excuse me, we're freezing. We're sitting at 32 degrees, got a dry sky here and in Coeur d'Alene. But that's all going to change, and what's going to happen is the potential for freezing rain. So a light glaze up to about 1/10 of an inch in some areas, certainly where we have untreated roadways and walkways. Also into your favorite grocery store, into the parking lots. Slick road conditions, Highway 2 between Wilbur and Spokane also. The potential for I-90 between here and Coeur d'Alene. Here's a look at the 4 things we want you to know. The freezing rain potential today, that light glaze we talked about. Weekend mountain snow is going to be great. Saturday evening rain coming in, but the Doppler radar currently very active as we see all of this starting to come in from the south. Right now it's in Cheney, Sprague, Harrington, but it's going to continue to make its way up with a transitional layer in the very beginning. So that could be rain, snow mixed or freezing rain as it comes in. We're going to keep an eye on that for you. Our high today is going to be into the mid-30s. Right now we're sitting at 34 into the valley, 35 Liberty Lake. So that'll help keep that from being the freezing rain. 9 Mile at 35 degrees, but it is 32 and colder out into the West Plains. We're going to be in the mid-30s all day long with a pretty good chance of rain all day long.
Topping our news, people living in the Basalt Ridge apartments in Airway Heights are back in their homes this morning.
They are forced to evacuate because of a potential bomb. Around 11 o'clock yesterday morning, the Stevens County detectives and the Airway Heights police officers were at the apartment complex to serve a search warrant. They then discovered what they believed to be an explosive device and asked residents to leave the apartment for safety reasons.
I was doing some work in Spokane Valley and I came back home and saw all this going on. And I was like, oh no, and I realized I couldn't go back to my unit. So I parked right over here.
The explosive disposal unit was called in to determine if it was actually a bomb and to clear the area to make sure it was safe for people to return back home. And we don't know yet if what they found was actually an explosive. The Sugar Bowl brought crowds back to New Orleans just 36 hours after the horrific attack along Bourbon Street.
Yeah, officials reopened the area to foot traffic, but the investigation into how a driver was able to plow into a New Year's celebration is far from over. Hannah Joyce, the Breaking Now desk. All right, Hannah, well, what's law enforcement doing now, and what is it like in the French Quarter today?
Robin, Bourbon Street is back open. For some, this is welcome news, but for others, they want answers. New barricades are up, and investigators are warning every U.S. law enforcement agency of potential copycats. Now, at this point in the investigation, questions remain at the top of the list. How did the suspect, Shamsuddin Jabbar, become so radicalized?
What I can tell you right now is that he was 100% inspired by ISIS.
In a shift, authorities now believe Jabbar acted alone in the attack. Here's new video we just got in. It shows the moment people began running for their lives after the driver turned onto Bourbon Street in the rented pickup truck. We're told that at least 14 people were killed, plus Jabbar, and dozens more were injured. Among those killed was an 18-year-old freshman at the University of Alabama.
Fun-loving guy, never looked for the center of attention. He was always there, though, just because he was a positive guy and well-liked.
Hours after the tragedy, the Sugar Bowl started with a moment of silence for the victims. In response, the Houston chapter for the Council of American Islamic Relations denounced this crime. It was also joined the New Orleans community in mourning the victims. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. And Washington State Patrol is responding to the attacks in Las Vegas and New Orleans, saying it's been asked if there is any reason for increased safety concerns here in our area. WSP saying we have no reports of any additional or unique threats at this time. Of course, we'll keep you up to date on any developments right here on 4 News Now and on our website, KXLY.com.
A Schweitzer Mountain Resort says a longtime pass holder died in a snowboarding accident in the Outback Bowl. And neither the resort nor the sheriff's office has released the pass holder's name or when the accident happened. Schweitzer says while it processes this tragedy, it encourages everyone to remain vigilant and to look out for one another when on the mountain.
Well, 2024 was a bad year for major U.S. retailers. CoreSite research found more than 7,000 stores closed. That's an increase from 57% from the year before. Among them were more than 1,000 Walgreens and CVS pharmacies, 700 Family Dollar stores, and nearly 600 Big Lots. Party City recently announced it's shuttering its business completely. It's all thanks to the highest inflation in 40 years and competition from bigger rivals, including Amazon, Walmart, and Costco.
Spokane's first year-round farmers market is set to open in Spokane Valley in May. The Scale House Market on East 8th Avenue is still under construction. The Spokane Conservation District has been working on it since 2022. The market will host more than 65 vendors and will include a commercial kitchen for food storage and cooking classes.
In a traditional farmer's market, they would have to, keep it in a cooler. You got to keep those temperatures right. You got to pack it back home. You got to unpack it and try to get to the next week's market. A lot of food waste there. This is going to eliminate some of that. And again, that's part of what we see as the value for those producers.
Spokane Conservation District Director Vicki Carter says around 250,000 people are projected to visit the market every year once it opens.
I am so excited to check that out.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it's all about.
Year-round. Sounds great.
It is now 6 minutes after 6.
Checking in with Mark Peterson here and a look at our first alert forecast. Yeah, Mark, definitely a day to be aware on the roads as you're driving.
We are going to see, and we are awaiting this band of showers and this light rain that's going to be with us throughout much of the day. We can see half an inch, and we see it just starting to come in south of Spokane. That South Hill could see more freezing rain than downtown, so take it easy. Your full forecast coming up.
We are warming up to the new year, and for many of us, that means getting in the gym. We'll tell you how to make a routine and stick to it coming up.
And hey Siri, how much does Apple owe me? Coming up, how Siri is costing the tech giant nearly $100 million, and how much of that you could get. Just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
No cavalry's coming to the rescue. It's just us. But if we dig in deep, I think everything will be all right.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
When you need inspiration, it's worth shopping Fred Meyer. For thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals. And low prices that add up to big savings, like over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Bigfoot Mechanical is a local HVAC company, employee-owned and operated, and proud to do honest work. Our technicians provide outstanding HVAC service done right, bringing comfort to our customers right when they need it most. Whether it be heating or cooling year-round, whole home comfort is our priority. Unmatched expertise and a genuine commitment to your satisfaction is our goal. Local roots, legendary service, Bigfoot Mechanical, breaking the mold for HVAC installation and service. Call or scan the QR code.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Witness the rock and roll flair reminiscent of the king himself, Elvis Presley. Ladies and gentlemen, Moses Snow live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, January 16th. Visit cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
It is 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The driver of a Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas Wednesday was an active duty U.S. Army Green Beret.
Authorities say 37-year-old Matthew Levelsberger of Colorado shot himself in the head before the blast that injured 7 people. Investigators found firearms, a passport, military ID, and credit cards in the truck. Police say both the Cybertruck and the vehicle used in the deadly New Orleans attack were both rented from the site Toro, and both attackers served in the same military base. As of now, they're not saying the 2 attacks are connected, but they're still investigating.
Today, President Biden is awarding the Medal of Valor to 8 public safety officers. 5 of the recipients responded to the deadly 2023 Covenant school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee. They helped subdue a former student who authorities say targeted victims randomly and killed 6 people. The Medal of Valor is the nation's highest award for valor by a public safety officer.
As the new Congress convenes today in Washington, D.C., House Speaker Mike Johnson faces a crucial vote determining if he'll hold on to his leadership role. It's unclear right now if he has enough support, even after President-elect Trump's endorsement. Now, some Republican colleagues are still furious over the spending bill that Johnson recently pushed through. He can only afford to lose 1 Republican vote, and Tom Massey of Kentucky is already a firm no. At least 17 others are still undecided. Without a speaker in place, business in the Capitol will grind to a halt, just as Donald Trump is poised to take office later this month.
And Apple has agreed to pay $95 million to settle a proposed class action lawsuit. The suit claims Siri violates users' privacy by routinely recording users' private conversations and disclosing them to advertisers. Class members, estimated in the tens of millions, may receive up to $20 per Siri-enabled device. That's things like iPhones and Apple Watches. Apple denied wrongdoing in agreeing to settle.
In our 10-second takeaway on this Friday, there's going to be some freezing rain potential out there. We just want you to allow more time as you're traveling. Warm layers and slippery walking and driving conditions. 36 are high today.
It was hoops for a cause between Gonzaga and the Portland Pilots in the Community Cancer Fund Classic.
Last night, it raised money for the Spokane Community Cancer Fund, bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, the Community Cancer Fund is all about lending a hand. It raises money for cancer research and gives support to families during treatment in the Inland Northwest. Executive Director John Neal says the need for a place for families to stay during treatment has grown.
Just helping out families that we feel it's most important to keep them together during the fight, and sometimes with young kids who are in the middle of their cancer battle, preserving that family unit.
Now, the money raised last night will help keep families together as they fight their battles. This is just one of the many events throughout the year that support the Community Cancer Fund's mission. Back in September, hundreds took to downtown Spokane for the Boulevard Race, raising money for clearly such a great and needed cause.
Yeah, and we'll take a closer look at the actual game coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
It is one of the crown jewels of Riverfront Park, the Pavilion, coming up, while you may call it something else soon.
And many of us set those fitness-related goals for the new year, but not all those goals lead to success. Allison Martinez is live this morning at Move Fitness in the Valley to share how you can stick to those resolutions. That's coming up next.
It's back, the Big Boat Show, 4 big days. Come on out, shop and compare. There's something for everyone at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
4 News Now and ABC World News Tonight.
Delivering reliable information in uncertain times.
Knowing where to turn for news is crucial. Turn to ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And 4 News Now with Derek Dice and Kirsten O'Connor.
As temperatures drop, your heating bill will inevitably rise. And with cold weather right around the corner, things are about to get expensive. But Bill's Heating and AC is here to help. We're including a free cold climate heat pump with every furnace, while supplies last. You heard that right. Cut your heating bills in half with a new energy-efficient cold climate heat pump for free. We're the area's top cold climate heat pump experts. So don't miss out on this incredible offer. Call Bill's Heating and AC today.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here, We're just here to help.
How do I look? Thanks, girl.
All right, gang, it's on and popping.
Hi, Dad. Papa! I need a place to stay until I figure out what the rest of my life looks like.
So, a couple of days.
Oh.
Really?
Can I just get one quick peek?
No.
Where did y'all find this man?
I don't even know where to begin.
That's the tea I really want.
They seemed happy.
In that moment, I felt like she was lying.
Shouldn't we strategize?
Oh, we're gonna improvise. Freestyle.
No.
Go to your new house!
We're really doing this, huh?
We're doing it.
You don't mess around.
Hey, who's cooler than me?
Everyone. Can we try to talk to each other like adults?
Have you watched the news lately? That's not a thing anymore.
Nailed it.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Come on out to the Spokane Boat Show. We've got boats of all types and sizes. Heavy metal, smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, kayaks, canoes, and personal watercraft.
It's a new season of Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. The time right now is 6:16. At the start of every new year, many people make those resolutions to commit to a healthier lifestyle. Some promise to eat healthier, while others create a workout routine. Sometimes it's both.
I feel like every year I do the same things, but making a resolution and following through isn't so easy. Allison Martinez is live this morning at Move Fitness in Spokane Valley, sharing a fitness director's tips for a healthier year. We could use these.
Yes, good morning. Definitely a lot of tips here we could all use. I'm joined with Alito Thompson this morning. He's the fitness director here at Move. We're 3 days. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. 3 days into the new year, and it looks pretty busy here. Has that been the case?
Yes, that's definitely been the case. The New Year's resolutions are definitely starting to kick in. We're starting to get a lot of new members coming in and providing them that kind of that excitement and that welcome and showing them direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And for a lot of people who are coming in here, it may be the first time in a long time that they've been in. What are your tips for helping people ease back into the swing of things?
One of the things that we do with them is we sit with them, we go over their goals, what they want to accomplish. From there, we kind of guide them. We listen to where they are within their fitness. We give them guidance and navigation on what their nutrition should look like. And we just provide a good starting point for anyone coming through the gym.
Yeah, and you said slow and steady wins the race, right? Just ease in. You said like cardio. What are some other quick things that people can do to get right in?
They can do some band work. I mean, there's plenty of things nutritionally that they can kind of grasp and take a hold of when it comes to their fitness. So the first thing is, what I always recommend is sitting down with a fitness professional and kind of getting a good idea of where you are within your fitness and being open to any suggestion or any direction we can point you in.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that we've talked about this morning is Move is all about community. So all ages, bringing people in here, and you guys have got the good energy to just really pump people up.
Oh yeah, that's something we pride ourselves in a lot, especially with things like our Move It and Lose It competitions, 9-week challenge, weight loss, muscle gain competitions that are essentially there to provide people that guidance, that support, that uplifting spirit, and cheer them on.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Picking those goals, sticking to them.
Yep, and having somebody to help you is a really good idea.
Yeah, giving yourself some grace. I love it. Well, here is a live look this morning at the Spokane Pavilion, all lit up today, which may soon have a new official name.
The Spokane Park Board Riverfront Park Committee is scheduled to meet Monday and vote on an agreement to bring a title sponsor to the pavilion. The initial agreement is a 10-year deal for a little more than $2.6 million. There's also a potential 5-year extension worth an additional $1.6 million. The name of the title sponsor has been shared confidentially with board members and will be announced as soon as an agreement has been approved. If the committee approves the agreement, it'll then be voted on by the park board during its meeting on Thursday. We, of course, will keep you informed on that.
Very curious. Let's see who steps up and names
Dear Park Board, please make it something easy to say.
Please.
Please make it roll off the tongue. Otherwise, it's just, it's 5 years of trying. Here we go. Winter alerts, pretty busy all over the place. We're expecting to see for us till 1 o'clock the potential for rain, freezing rain at times. It's going to be till tomorrow that we're going to see the snow continue into the higher elevations. Now, the freezing rain, like glaze, up to 1/10 of an inch in some areas. Slick road conditions, slick walking conditions, and we're going to see that potentially from I-90 from Spokane into Coeur d'Alene, more so into areas of Liberty Lake to Post Falls. Take it easy. We're going to have rain throughout the day. Rain, snow mixed at times. We're hovering into that freezing. It'll be mid-30s throughout much of the afternoon into the evening hours. And we're going to have this rain through tonight. At about 11 o'clock, the computer models go, yeah, maybe we'll give you a break. It's wet into the northwest, no doubt about it, but look what's going on as we look into areas of Nashville, into the Carolinas, this cold air coming out of Canada. That's going to create some winter weather there. We're expecting into the Pacific Northwest the wet weather to last for about 18 hours. Then this will pass. We'll have some scattered showers coming back around off of that low. So the forecast radar says by noon, we're in this for the day. Snow into the higher elevations. You could see Deer Park with rain, then snow, then rain. We're expecting the potential maybe for some mix in around 6 o'clock. This continues to move out. Saturday looks to be dry. Saturday night, a return of rain. We could see a ½ an inch out of this, and we're going to see maybe more of that into parts of Idaho. We want you to be prepared. 36 is our high. We'll see 37 tomorrow, 38 Sunday, 36 Monday, dry Monday. And in fact, next week looks to be dry, just cool. Tuesday's an absolutely normal day. 33 for the high, overnight lows around 28. Oh. That's what we normally would have.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be above average next week on average, above average.
We could use the dry out. Looks like after this weekend.
I think so. Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
It's now 6:22.
Coming up after the break, Jack Wallace has a breakdown of the Zags' big win over the lowly Portland Pilots last night.
Yeah, we thank you so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest on your Friday. Yeah, it is Friday, but it's been really confusing.
Yeah. Who knows?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Want a cool new vehicle for the new year? A new style? Tough four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? With delayed payments until April 1st, then you need to head down to the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where they are offering up to $600 of free upgrades, like truck lifts, light bars, and tires, to customize your new ride. Like your deal, love your wheels at Cal.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time, so we can get you back up and running fast. Call or book online today.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one? From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Now, it was no surprise to see last night's game ahead on the calendar as a clear-cut bounce-back beatdown for Gonzaga men's basketball. These Portland Pilots are below 500 team. They're winless in conference play. And yeah, punish the Bulldogs did. Zags led big time at halftime, and here comes Ryan Nembhard. Big bounce-back game for him, too. Assists from the big man, Graham Ike. Nembhard going for 2, but now it's Ike himself down low. Pivots around. How about that fadeaway? Zags continuing to pour it on, so back to Nembhard. Nice assist over to Ike. He's got all day for his 3. Spokane Arena crowd feeling it, too. Gonzaga up by 18. So now inside 9 to go. Nembhard's shot no good. Rebound Braden Huff. Dishes open. Nolan Hickman for 3. Easy money. He's having fun, too. Zags lead 63-39. Hickman again, a spot-up 3. Moments later, it's pouring rain inside this arena. No one can stop Hickman, neither the Zags. They win at 81-50. We spoke with Hickman post-game on his team-leading 13-point performance.
Honestly, just my teammates, them finding me and everything. I've been practicing, my threes for some time now, so yeah, just seeing, making sure the rim's getting wider and wider as I go on, man.
Hickman played a team-high 30 minutes and shot 5 for 8 from the field, 3 for 5 from deep, the only Zag with 3 threes made. Gonzaga now heads south to Los Angeles to face the Lagola Marymount Lions, who were just coming off a loss earlier this week to Washington State. That's all for morning sports. I'm Jack Wallace in studio. Tune in at 6 and Nightside tonight for more Friday night high school basketball.
Exciting night for the Zags teams.
Indeed. It is now just about 6:27.
And still to come, a small plane crashes into a California furniture factory, killing at least 2 people. Hannah Joy is breaking down what we know so far about what led up to this crash. That's next.
Plus, a South Hill staple closing its doors for good. How much longer you can get some Gordy's when we come back. And as we send you off to a break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7 o'clock.
In this morning's GMA First Look, New Orleans standing strong. The New Orleans mayor leading the crowd at the Sugar Bowl, remembering the victims in the attack on Bourbon Street. And outside, the sounds of New Orleans coming alive again. Big band music greeting the tens of thousands of people pouring in, but law enforcement was also front and center.
How do you feel being out in public?
I feel safe. I mean, we walked around yesterday in the French Quarter and there were police and FBI all over the place.
And less than a mile away, the iconic Bourbon Street now back open for business, with officials adamant the city and its tourist sites are safe.
We want to make it clear, the Superdome and the surrounding area is safe.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have full live team coverage tracking the very latest on the investigation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Trevor Alt, ABC News, New Orleans.
Aveeno introduces new daily moisturizing cream. It's clinically proven to moisturize dry skin for 48 hours and instantly strengthens skin's barrier for softer, smoother skin. Aveeno, the power of oat for sensitive skin.
Gum problems could be the start of a domino effect. Periodontics Active Gum Repair Breath Freshener. Clinically proven to help reverse the 4 signs of early gum disease. A toothpaste from Periodontics, the gum experts.
Ah, it's a good day to cough. Oh, no.
Bye-bye, cough.
Later chest congestion. Hello, 12 hours of relief.
12 hours? Not coughing at the movies? Hashtag still not coughing? Ah! Mucinex DM 12-hour doesn't just quiet coughs. It treats coughs caused by excess mucus at the source and controls them for 12 hours. It's comeback season. Stubborn chest congestion? Try Mucinex 12-hour.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's a new season of Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, flowers, and music, all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingExpo.com.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
Let's take a flight to Flight 509 Family Fun Center in the Spokane Valley. Get lost in 22,000 square feet of adventure for the whole family. Climbing, spinning, battling, striking, leaping, launching, exploring, invading, celebrating, and so much more. No, doggy. At Flight 509, fun really does take flight.
Looks like this will be your last year with season tickets, huh? Let's iron out this big mess. Yeah.
I'm calling the swap team.
At Craig Swap & Associates, we want to make sure that you're really winning.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Whether planning your big day or needing a final touch, the Spokane Wedding Expo is for you. Experience firsthand all the aspects of a great wedding. Food, fashion, photography, flowers, and music, all in one place. For tickets, visit SpokaneWeddingExpo.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now Story Tracker. It's following the stories people are reading about online this morning. The Goodyear blimp is celebrating 100 years in flight. To mark this milestone, Goodyear has appearances planned in more than 100 cities throughout North America and Europe at sporting events and festivals. Now, Goodyear kicked things off Wednesday, appearing at the 111th Rose Bowl game, a tradition since 1955. Now get this, only 0.0006% of Americans can say they've flown in a Goodyear blimp. But fans, you can enter in for a chance to do so through a sweepstakes on the Goodyear's website and be a part of that very small amount of people.
So cool. Meghan Markle is giving us a closer look at her life. This is your first look at the Duchess of Sussex's lifestyle series with Love, Meghan. Markle will showcase her cooking and gardening skills in the Netflix show, which debuts January 15th. I'd like to be with Martha Stewart when she watches that show.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my
see what her opinions are.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Friday, January 3rd. Welcome to it. Let's start things off with Mark Peterson here and a look at our first alert forecast as we're taking a live look outside right now, Mark.
All right, good morning. First of all, the Veterans Memorial Arena has now changed from the red and green to the light blue color tones, maybe for winter. 32 degrees currently. We have light winds, still dry in downtown, but that's going to be changing. Taking a look at the 4 things we need to know. If you need snow, you're going to have to go into the mountains. We have the potential for freezing rain today and a winter weather advisory till 1 o'clock due to the potential for some light glaze on some walkways and roads that are not treated. Weekend mountain snow, going to be great for the skiers. Saturday evening, rain for the lower elevation, snow into the mountains. We're expecting with the winter weather advisory, it's going to be snow to the north, 2 to 5 inches into the valley. It's the mountains getting 4 to 8 inches. We could see the potential for some freezing rain, and that's what we're tracking on the Doppler. They've got this boundary layer here of the pink. Rain, snow mixed or freezing rain. Then it's going to be rain behind that will continue to make its way up and then turning to snow into the colder, higher elevations. We're sitting temperatures into the mid-30s right now into the valley, 32 into Deer Park, 31 at Fairchild. So a more likelihood of some freezing rain in those areas where the roads are at or below freezing. Our high today with sustained light rain through the day, 36 degrees up to a ½ an inch expected in rain totals.
New this morning, a small plane crashed into the roof of a factory near a Southern California airport, killing at least 2 people. Smoke and flames erupted when the plane hit the building in Fullerton.
Now, federal investigators are trying to figure out what exactly led to the deaths of the pilot and his 16-year-old daughter. Hannah Joyce at the Breaking Now desk this morning. And Hannah, what do we know about what happened before the plane crashed?
Natalie, moments before the crash, the small plane took off from Fullerton Airport and was then coming back from an emergency landing.
Immediately presumed there was an emergency. Yes, confirmed that they could immediately land any runway. The tower clearly knew there was a problem.
We've just been notified there was an airplane incident at your airfield. Thank you. Shutting down the airport.
This happened just before the pilot could reach the runway. Just a few blocks away, the plane crashed into this factory, exploding into a massive fireball, sending fire and debris into the building. Caught on camera, one victim was seen running with their clothes on fire.
A big fire at the top of the
ceiling, fireball, and then it was black smoke. We didn't know. Then our boss was shouting at us, everybody back there.
What we know right now is that 2 people were killed while more than a dozen others were injured. Just a few months ago, another small plane crashed down the street. The pilot and their passenger survived that crash. This morning, investigators are still trying to figure out what went wrong in yesterday's crash. Officials say the plane could seat only 4 people, but authorities have not said if another person was on that plane. But they do know that the pilot and his daughter are on board. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
The man who turned himself in for a felony hit-and-run incident on I-90 says he has no memory of that crash. 64-year-old Scott Beeching is accused of ramming into a truck multiple times, causing it to flip on the side of the interstate before driving off. That crash sent a woman to the hospital with a broken rib and a 2-inch gash on her forehead. According to court documents, the couple in the crash says Beeching was tailgating them as they were getting on the interstate, saying that he was leaning on his horn and flipping them off. The victim returned the gesture, and that's when they say Beeching rammed the back of their truck 3 times, forcing them to lose control. Beeching later called police and met them in person, saying that he was brake checked on the on-ramp, but he has no memory of being in a crash. Police arrested him after finding white paint from the other truck on his front bumper.
Witnesses said that the driver of the truck, who they identified as yourself, essentially took no action to check on these individuals.
The judge issued a $15,000 bond, and we just checked the jail roster. Beeching is still there in jail this morning. He's scheduled to be arraigned on January 14th.
Well, later this month, state lawmakers will gather in Olympia for the start of a new legislative session. Democrats say new taxes will be a major focus to solve the state's more than $12 billion budget gap. Now, one plan that could be considered is outgoing Governor Jay Inslee's wealth tax. If approved, there would be a 1% tax on people whose wealth exceeds $100 million. This would cover an array of assets, including cash, bonds, and stocks. Inslee's estimated that the tax would apply to only about 3,400 people, but would bring in about $10.3 billion over the next 4 years. To see what other taxes are on the table, you can look for this story. It's up right now on our website, KXLY.com.
Gordy's Sichuan Cafe on Spokane South Hill is closing its doors for good. The restaurant made the announcement on Facebook saying it'll be open today and possibly tomorrow. Gordy's adding, from the first plate served to the last, we've been honored to welcome you all into our restaurant, share in your celebrations, and be a small part of your lives. The owners had previously switched to takeout only last February due to rising food costs, but then cited community support for being able to reopen the dining room. The restaurant near 30th and Grand has been open for more than 20 years.
Will definitely be missed.
Yeah, it's a tough loss. Good morning, Northwest Time is now 6:37.
Checking back in with Mark Peterson this morning as that rain is coming towards us.
It's going to be a wet day today. We're going to start off with transitional, maybe some freezing rain in spots, then sustained rain, but we're still awaiting it. It's just south of town, working its way here. The South Hill could be the first to see a little bit of transitional freezing rain. Take it easy this morning. Your full forecast is coming up.
Many people have some back pain, and if you're looking for relief, experts say one easy change can make a big difference. What could help ease the pain when we come back?
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Let's play. Whoever left this for us clearly wants us to figure it out. Okay, give me a minute.
She means that literally, doesn't she?
Yes.
You continue to amaze me. We're lucky to have you on the team.
Our killer's name is Olivier Dubois, and he works at Hollywood Auto.
Did you just Google who's the killer on your phone, Morgan?
No, I did not do that, Adam.
We have come a long way, partner.
this case. It's different than the rest.
The fun has just begun.
This person we're trying to catch is kind of brilliant.
So are you.
I need to talk to you about your dad. You don't believe he left us, and neither do I.
I've kept my commitment to digging deeper into Roman, but we need an assist.
I'll see what I can do.
You found him, didn't you?
Once again, it's time for Kerner Furniture's annual January clearance sale. Everything in the store is reduced for clearance, and there's never been a better time to buy. Kerner Furniture's January clearance sale. It's time.
If you remember this commercial, it might be time for some new furniture.
And with the Kerner clock ticking, it's the perfect time during our January clearance sale.
Time for a new Lazy Boy recliner at the lowest prices in town? We've got a few.
Find time to come into Kerner Furniture during our January clearance sale.
Clock's ticking.
Fresh Firestone baked pizzas are now available at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Welcome to Arrowhead Pizza. Specialty pizzas with top-notch ingredients and flavors that hit the jackpot. Located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's food court. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Welcome back. Time right now is 6:41. There's a recall for some broccoli that was sold at Walmart, and it applies to this brand, Market Side. The 12-ounce bags with the use-by date of December 10th could have potential listeria contamination. If you still have one of these bags in either your fridge or your freezer, you should throw it out.
A national health interview survey shows nearly 39% of adults experience back pain. If you're in that group, Dr. Sanjay Gupta says there is one thing that you can do that could help you.
New research suggests there's an easy way to possibly prevent it, and that's by simply walking, simply moving. A recent study linked walking to fewer flare-ups and backaches, and we know that walking is good for the entire body.
If you're not already a walker and you plan to start small and work up to doing more so that you don't injure other parts of your body. Dr. Gupta also says stretching and wearing the right shoes with arch support are important to staying healthy.
If you're going to be walking today, make sure you got a really good rain layer, some freezing rain potential. Yeah, those warm layers, slippery walking surfaces in places. Also some driving. 36 our high today.
After nearly 25 years, the historic lights at the Grand Coulee Dam are back.
The iconic show that lights up the dam began back in 1958, but a fire in the year 2000 ruined the light show's electrical equipment. The community has missed out on the historic show ever since, until now. The Bureau of Reclamation fixed the issues and fired the lights back up on New Year's Eve. We'll share what this show means to the Pacific Northwest and how you can witness these 742 colorful light beams against the Grand Coulee Dam. That's tonight at 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Oh,
they look
so cool.
Spectacular.
That's awesome. All right, it is now 6:42.
While you're looking to get stronger and healthier in 2025, Allison Martinez is live this morning in Spokane Valley with some tips to achieve your goals.
The hardest part about making New Year's resolutions is sticking to them, and we're sharing tips from a Move fitness director to make sure you follow through coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Looking for a great new gym to start the new year and crush those New Year resolution goals? Let's go! For around $1 a day, you can get it all. Cycling, swimming, group fitness, and the best equipment in the region. So what are you waiting for? It's time to thrive in 2025. This week at Move Fitness.
Join the movement. Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXY Plus.
Planning a trip to 49 degrees north? Make Mistaqua Casino Hotel your home base for an unforgettable ski, stay, and play experience. Store your gear securely in our convenient ski lockers. And after a day on the slopes, relax in our indoor swimming pool, hot tub, or unwind in one of our comfortable, beautiful new hotel rooms. Mistaqua Casino Hotel is located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Visit Mistaqua.com for more details.
Are you looking for a good time to replace your carpets or give your kitchen or bathroom an upgrade?
Well, right now we are celebrating the new year by giving you 20% off the installation to make your home more beautiful in 2025.
What if you had to choose between fixing the roof over your head and putting food on the table? What if that leak led to mold growing in your home? What if that meant you could not focus on finding a new job, or your children could no longer focus on learning? What if you no longer had a safe place to call home? Help Rebuilding Together make emergency repairs for our neighbors who have lost jobs and have to make those difficult choices. Text REBUILD to 484848.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
It is now just about 6:46. It is the new year, which means a fresh start. Many people take this opportunity to create goals for self-improvement.
According to Pew Research, about 79% of people who create resolutions say it concerns their health. Allison Martinez is live this morning at Move Fitness in Spokane Valley to explain how you can follow through with your gym goals this year. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but we got tips to help you be successful.
Yes, most definitely. Good morning. I have to say it's very inspiring being in here this morning. It's bright and early. It's Friday. But there's a lot of people in here just getting into the routine. I'm joined with Alito Thompson this morning. He is the fitness director here with Move Fitness. Thanks so much for being with us. Question for you. A lot of people get a little bit stressed, maybe a little bit anxious at the thought of getting back into the routine and entering a public gym. Yeah. What advice do you have to those people?
To just walk through the door. From there, we'll take care of you. One of the first things that we do, I know anytime we do get a new member that walks in, is we sit down with them, we evaluate what their starting points are, and from there we just kind of help create a roadmap. At that point, we let them know kind of, okay, this is how many days in the gym you should be coming in, here are your rest days, and then from there we kind of slowly progress and get them towards their goal. Yeah, I know a lot of people say the hardest part is just getting in the door, and once you do that, you're happy you're there. Yeah. So just first step. Now quickly, can you tell us, what does Move have to offer to set people up to meet their goals? Any member that comes in, they get a first and a second workout. Primarily, we sit down with them, we assess where they're starting their fitness at. We let them know, what their days should look like, how many days a week they should be coming in. Every Saturday, we do a 10 a.m. morning boot camp where we invite those in, and you don't even have to be a member. You walk in the door, you sign a liability waiver, and from there, you get a good hour workout in. Yeah, great introduction to just get started. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll send it back to you guys in studio.
Just walking through the door.
Yeah, and talk to those experts. They will really help you. They will guide you because, yeah, I know it's intimidating.
Totally.
It really is.
Totally. Give yourself some grace.
All right, and could be intimidating on your drive this morning. Be prepared.
In some areas, we're going to see the potential for some, freezing rain on untreated roads that could really get to be slippery. Also, some of the walkways, sidewalks. We look at the winter alerts. They're all over the place into eastern Washington, North Idaho. For us, it's still 1 p.m., but into the higher elevations and further north, it goes till 10 o'clock tomorrow because of the snow that's not only into the mountains, but potentially into the valleys. For us, no snow really, maybe a little rain snow mixed at times. We're going to see that through the morning hour. By the afternoon, it's all rain. We're going to see snow above 3,000 feet. We're expecting temperatures in the mid-30s all day. Some breezy conditions, maybe mid-morning. We're going to see winds in excess of 15 miles an hour. We do have in our radar and satellite a very busy low that continues to make its way through. That's going to push in. It's going to hang out until about midnight tonight for us. And it will hang out in North Idaho and Montana. Longer, of course, as it slowly makes its way out to the east. We have wind gusts in Pullman to 22, Sandpoint gusting to 22 at this time. We're expecting to see these northeast winds fire up again mid-morning with gusts to 20 miles an hour for us. It is going to be by noon really a rain event for us south of I-90 to the north. It's going to be a fetch of snow and rain, depending. We'll see that in and around areas of Colville, Grand Coulee, but in the lower elevations, when you climb up, you're going to see more. By 11 o'clock tonight, we could very well see this thing dry out, a few flurry potential. But again, for Saturday night at 8 o'clock, we'll have that rain and snow into the mountains, a little rain snow mix or snow into areas around, 5 Mile, Green Bluff, such as that. About a half an inch of rain expected today. We're going to be into the mid-30s. We're going to see 40 into Ritzville. We'll continue to have temperatures in the upper 30s, and that's going to take us through the weekend. It'll dry out next week with mid-30s as well, which is, again, a little above average. I hope you're having an above-average Friday at 6:50. Your morning sprint is coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's a new season of Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekdays at 9 a.m.
It's back, the Big Boat Show, 4 big days. Come on out, shop and compare. There's something for everyone at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. I can take real good care of you. See? All taken care of. Works perfectly for you, right?
It's important that you are taken care of properly. At Craig Swap & Associates, we don't get paid until you win.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
It feels like we've been keeping this secret for so long.
So long? Because you posted a photo spoiling our crossover episode.
Oh, was I not supposed to do that? But I can finally talk about that hilarious...
Rob, no.
How about when Dee...
No.
Charlie.
Robert, no. You can't talk about it at all. So, any questions?
What does it take to be the most watched newscast in America?
An operation to capture ISIS fighters.
Is this our Combat Operations Center?
We're approaching the gate now. Militants came in from 4 or 5 different directions.
Operational nuclear reactor.
So you have a couple loaded and ready to go. The house is destroyed, but the flag, there's not a tear in it.
Not a tear in it.
How important is this label right here, Made in the USA? Look at your smile. You're proud of this.
I love this.
Great work. Hi. Where are you? Where are you?
Appreciate you.
Thank you, David. Good to meet you.
Ismail?
David.
David.
Yes. I'm David Muir.
I know who you are.
You
Watch
do?
you every night.
ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
Come on out to the Spokane Boat Show. We've got boats of all types and sizes. Heavy metal, smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, kayaks, canoes, and personal watercraft.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Time right now, 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Friday and your weekend in the morning sprint.
Mark Peterson has a winter weather advisory for you, tracking freezing rain and snow.
Hannah Joy is in studio with the latest on the terror attack in New Orleans.
And Allison Martinez is live at Move Fitness, sharing a fitness director's tips for a healthier year.
But first, people living in the Basalt Ridge apartments in Airway Heights are back in their homes this morning. They were forced to evacuate yesterday because of a potential bomb that happened around 11 o'clock yesterday morning. The Stevens County detectives and Airway Heights police officers were at that apartment complex to serve a search warrant. They then discovered what they believed to be an explosive device. The explosive disposal unit was called in to determine if it was actually a bomb and to clear the area to make sure it was safe for people to return back home. We don't yet know if what they found was actually an explosive.
Well, the Doppler radar is saying there's some wet weather headed our way, and it's just to the south of us. It's going to be entering in. That pink could be, again, freezing rain. We want you to be very cautious. Behind that, it's going to be light rain that's going to be with us through the day. Temperatures right now into the mid-30s. In fact, we're going to hang out there for much of the day, but the West Plains, colder, so be careful. Again, 36 and light rain throughout the day today.
It was hoops for a cause between Gonzaga and Portland in the Community Cancer Fund Classic. Last night, it raised money for the Spokane Community Cancer Fund, bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars. The Community Cancer Fund is all about lending a hand. It raises money for cancer research and gives support to families during treatment in the Inland Northwest. This is one of many events throughout the year to support the fund's mission.
It's a new year, which means gyms like this are looking a lot more busy. And there are a few tips that you can use at home to make you stick to your New Year's resolutions. A fitness director here at Move Fitness says take it slow to start. It's the most important part is just getting in the gym. And once you get here, Move Fitness directors can help you set your goals and stick to them. For more details, you can visit our website, kxly.com.
Well, Schweitzer Mountain Resort says a longtime pass holder died in a snowboarding accident in the Outback Bowl. Neither the resort nor the sheriff's office has released the pass holder's name or when the accident happened. Schweitzer says while it processes this tragedy, it encourages everyone to remain vigilant and look out for one another when on the mountain.
Spokane's first year-round farmers market is set to open in Spokane Valley in May. The Scale House Market on East 8th Avenue is still under construction. The market will host more than 65 vendors and will include a commercial kitchen for food storage and cooking classes. Spokane Conservation District Director Vicki Carter says about 250,000 people are projected to visit the market every year once it opens.
Goodyear's Szechuan Cafe on Spokane South Hill is closing its doors for good. The restaurant made the announcement on Facebook saying it will be open today and possibly tomorrow. Goodyear's adding, from the first plate served to the last, we've been honored to welcome you all into our restaurant, share in your celebrations and be a small part of your lives. The restaurant near 30th and Grand has been open now for more than 20 years.
Later this month, state lawmakers will gather in Olympia for the start of a new legislative session. Democrats say new taxes will be a major focus to solve the state's more than $12 billion budget gap. If approved, there would be a 1% tax on people whose wealth exceeds $100 million. This would cover an array of assets, including cash, bonds, and stocks. Governor Inslee estimated the tax would apply to only about 3,400 people, but would bring in about $10.3 billion over the next 4 years. To see what other taxes are on the table, look for this story on KXLY.com.
Crowds are back in New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl. For some, this is welcome news, but for others, they want answers. This comes after the attack on Bourbon Street. At this point in the investigation, questions remain at the top of the list. How did the suspect Shamsu Din Jabbar become so radicalized?
What I can tell you right now is that he was 100% inspired by ISIS.
In a shift, authorities now believe Jabbar acted alone in the attack. Here's new video we just got in. It shows the moment people began running for their lives after the driver turned onto Bourbon Street in the rented pickup truck. We're told that at least 14 people were killed, plus Jabbar, and dozens more injured. For updates on this investigation, tune in to Good Morning America.
Washington State Patrol is responding to the attacks in both Las Vegas and New Orleans, saying it's been asked if there's any reason for increased safety concerns in our area. WSP is saying we have no reports of any additional or unique threats at this time, but of course we'll keep you up to date on any developments, both on air and on KXLY.com.
And we'll be back with a final check of weather with Mark coming up for you right after this quick commercial break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Welcome to the card for Zags fans who dream big. Get your exclusive Gonzaga debit card from Numerica today.
Are you looking for a great place to get a great workout and crush those New Year's resolution goals? Let's go! Join now and strive to thrive in 2025 at Move Fitness.
Join the movement.
If you're looking for a new ride for the new year with delayed payments until April 1st, plus up to $600 of free upgrades like truck lift or tires, then you need to go to Cal.
No cavalry's coming to the rescue. It's just us. But if we dig in deep, I think everything will be all right.
Watch Heroes and Icons over the air on KXLY 4.3.
All right, we're watching this rain slowly work its way in, and some freezing rain should be coming into the South Hill about now. That's going to last for a little bit. We're going to have mid-30s throughout much of the day today. Well, 33 is a normal high, so we'll be above average today. Tomorrow, dry Saturday. Saturday night, more rain with snow into the mountains. We'll see snow into the mountains Sunday, but 38 here with some light rain showers. Then we dry out next week. Temperatures into the mid-30s, overnight lows into the upper 20s. But again, please be prepared for what will be some slippery conditions due to some freezing rain.
Be careful out there, and thanks for starting your morning with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. It starts now.